The first time I thought about ministry at all was sitting in church as a youth, and I became interested in it, and I thought about it off and on, but really where I experienced my call to ministry was during my time in college. And it was a little bit by the process of elimination. I had a pastor tell me once in high school, I had gone to him and I had told him after a recent event at the church that I felt like maybe ministry was the right thing for me. And he gave me a bit of advice that really confused me at the time, but was actually pretty wise. He said, well, here's my advice. Go to college, forget about religion and forget about ministry, major in something else, try to study something else, and if after studying all these other things you still feel yourself coming back to ministry as an option, then you know that God's really calling you. So I sort of did that. I went to college, I majored in math, I pursued pre-med, pre-law, I thought about business, and it was the last time that you could pick a major. It was my junior year, and they required us to pick a major. So I went in and talked to one of the counselors at the school about majors and career counseling. And up until this point, I really hadn't shared with many people that I was thinking about ministry. And so I shared with her that I was actually thinking about ministry. And I remember these words that she shared with me. She said, well, you could do that, but that'd be such a waste. And I remember that really impacted me. Like in that moment, I sort of realized how so much of the world sees ministry. But oddly enough, it actually fueled my passion for it, because I think it was at a time in my life where if the whole crowd was going this way, I really was kind of interested in cutting in a different direction. And so ministry, in some ways, represented kind of a countercultural move, or a move that was unexpected. But when I really started working through it, what I discovered is that while it was a big unknown, there was also this real sense of adventure in it. And I don't think we really stress that enough, that ministry is a real sense of adventure because you don't know exactly how it'll pan out or where it'll take you or who you'll have to interact with when you do it. And what I've discovered since in 8 years is I never could have plotted the course, I never could have predicted where it took me, but it really has been an adventure. And I look at some of my friends now who for the past 9 years have been in the same office, same cubicle, doing the same kind of work. And I thank God that I have a job that provides such a sense of adventure. I didn't want a job that didn't mean anything. I didn't want to be working just for the money. I didn't want to be punching a clock at something that I didn't feel passionate about. And so by making this countercultural move, maybe I would never make as much money as some of my friends. Maybe I wouldn't drive the same kind of cars. Maybe I'd have to live in some places that aren't ideal. But I have something intangible that a lot of my friends now wish that they had, and that is I love what I do. I have real passion. I go to work every day, and I get to see the way in which people's lives are changed because of what I do, and I wouldn't trade that for anything.